This is the Union Chain Bridge. Built in 1820, it spans the River Tweed and links Scotland with England. Now there's a connection between this famous bridge and the food of the gods. Now all you food muffins out there will know, of course, that it is honey that is referred to as the food of the gods. And this is Chain Bridge Honey Farm, which of course is named after the famous bridge. So Willie Robson, tell me how it all started.
Well, we came here in 1948 to the banks of the Tweed, and my father was a lecturer in beekeeping, and he was employed with the Edinburgh East of Scotland College of Agriculture. And he went round the local beekeepers in 3 counties, that's Berwickshire, Roxburghshire and Selkirkshire, and they don't exist now. No. And he taught the beekeepers how to look after their bees and told them where they were going wrong.
Which they obviously enjoyed.
Well, the thing was that some of the beekeepers were so skillful that they knew more about it than my father, because he was an agricultural botanist to trade. And he built up a great fund of knowledge by observing these people, how the skills had been, passed down over the years. And I went round with my father, and I couldn't help but learn. So you may say that I was born to beekeeping.
Is this a good area for beekeeping?
Not particularly, but it has its benefits. It's a cold area, But we're surrounded by heather, the heather hills round about. And we've made a living for 35 years.
How many apiaries have you got now?
About 50.
About 50 apiaries?
50 apiaries, yes.
There's about 50,000 bees in an apiary?
When they're at their strongest.
The strongest?
Yeah, we've about 1,500 hives.
And how much honey do you produce then?
Well, it's very variable. We've just had 3 bad years, 3 poor years. And we're running in about 25 tonnes a year.
Why was that? Was that the weather or?
Oh, 1998 was shocking bad weather.
Right.
And then when you get a bad year, you get carryover, what you call carryover to another year. You get, the bees aren't so good,
I've got some raw honey here, isn't it?
Yes,
this
absolutely.
Is straight from your hive.
That's
Can I taste
right.
a bit of this?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Well, that's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, I'd have said that's come from the Lammermoors, which is a range of hills just to the north of here, and that is a real wildflower honey. It's come from ground which has changed very little over the thousands of years. Basic pasture land, very little nitrogen being used, a mixture.
And you sell this like this, don't you?
Comb honey.
Just comb honey.
We're the largest producers of comb honey in the country.
So this is lifted straight out of the hive, is it really? Mm-hmm. What's this called?
The honeycomb.
Honeycomb. And what's this on the edge here? This is
that's propolis. That's what the bees seal the hive together with. It's their disinfectant as well.
So how do I just have to cut this out of the frame? That's how you start?
Right round the perimeter. Yeah.
Right round the frame. Here I go. There's a lot of honey on the edge there. Okay, and you're going to cut it into blocks now, aren't you?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So it doesn't get much purer than this then, you just chop it out and sell it?
That's right, yeah. Unchanged for 1,000 years, as I say.
So how much honey like this would you get out of one hive?
Well, it all depends on the July and August. If it's a nice July and August, you might get 30 or 40 pounds. In other years, 10 or 15. You just at the end of the day, you have to take what you get. Hope for the best.
How long does it take for you to harvest it then? I mean, how long does it take for the bees to build this amount of honey up?
Well, if there was a heavy honey flow, they would build one of those combs in maybe a day and a half.
Wow.
They're very productive bees.
And there it goes, straight into the pot.
When they get an opportunity.
So this is the vats with the bees' candle wax, which you've separated and melted down, is that right? Now what's good about using beeswax for candles?
Well, beeswax candles are the very creme de la creme.
Creme de la creme, why is that?
Well, they're aromatic before they're burnt, and when they burn with a clean, bright flame, never smoke.
Why is that?
I don't know.
So, listen, this is your hot cellar. This is a little hive, which is the moulds you're pouring in now, and this is hand-painted bees on the hive. So that's That's your top seller. But can I open one of these ones we just poured here and see what's in here? You make all different types of mould and shapes, don't you?
Yes.
Well, there's a Christmas tree there. Look at the Christmas tree. That's beautiful. Okay, let's open this. Ah, there's a different shape altogether. That's
Old-fashioned beehive.
Old-fashioned beehive. Right, so what we're seeing jarred and bottled here is Robson Superior Quality Tweedside honey, the big seller.
Yeah.
Can I taste this?
Yes, absolutely.
So this is the bulk of the business, really, isn't it? That's nice. It's got a kind of grainy kind of texture, isn't it?
Yeah.
As opposed to the natural stuff. That's lovely. So, what is this? This is a vertically integrated family business, isn't it?
Yes, we control all aspects of the business, right from manufacturing the beehives, right through to looking after the bees, processing the honey, packaging it, wholesaling it, and retailing it.
It's a bit greedy then. You don't let anybody else in.
You could say, yeah.
Well, no, that was
we protect
lovely.
ourselves.
Well, this is when you've tasted, you know, the honey at the natural source. It's great. So all it remains for me to say is back to you in the studio, honey.